What's up, YouTube? We are live with the finale of Resident Evil 3 Remake. I meant to finish this in a single stream, but I wasn't feeling too well the other day, so I had to cut it short. So now we're going to be finishing it up. Today's playthrough is probably not going to be super long, because I don't think we have much left. I would say maybe about 2 hours, maybe even less than 2 hours. So let's finish up Resident Evil 3 Remake today. This is part of our Marathon Evil, a marathon in which we're playing every Resident Evil game leading up to the release of Resident Evil 9. If you want to come check us out on Twitch, where you can watch us play the whole marathon live, play other spooky games, other variety games, all my links will be in the description box below. But today, let's jump in. Saved from death by Carlos's valiant efforts, Jill has awoken to the news that a missile is set to destroy Raccoon City. The only way they might be able to stop this missile strike is to obtain a vaccine. Jill resolved to set off after Carlos. Oh, don't let me read, okay? I get it. I get it. So basically, if you guys were not here last time, Jill got infected by the T-virus, so she was out of it for almost half a day, if not longer than half a day. And fun fact, during the time that Jill was incapacitated, that is when the events of Resident Evil 2 took place. Now, the events of Resident Evil 2 are officially over, and we're back to playing Jill. So at this point, Leon and Claire are already out of Raccoon City, or like leaving Raccoon City. But Jill is still in the city, so now it's her turn to escape before the missile strike, because there was a news there was an announcement on the news that a missile strike is heading to Raccoon City because the government wants to cover up all involvement they want to cover up any involvement and any evidence that the Umbrella Corporation was doing any kind of bio weapon research, that the zombie outbreak happened at all. So like, whether or not there are survivors left in the city, it doesn't matter. They're literally eradicating the entire city, which is pretty effed up. So Carlos left us. So now we're still in the hospital, which is where we played as Carlos.
Morning, sunshine.
You saved my life.
I sure as shit didn't. That was all Carlos. He carried you here and he treated you himself. Crazy bastard.
Where is he?
He went underground. Bard stockpiled the vaccine, enough to give this city some hope.
He thinks he can do this by himself. I'm going after him.
Wait, did you see the broadcast? They're gonna blow the city sky high. I'm trying to get a hold of someone, anyone with the clearance to stop it. Leave this mess to him. He's a professional.
So am I.
Oh, girl power, girl power.
I'm not talking you out of this. The storage facility is underground, beneath this hospital. I've lost contact with Carlos, so expect trouble.
Also, I guess that's the confirmation that there are more vaccinations, like antidotes. So this is the door that leads us to where Carlos went, but we can do a little bit of exploring of the hospital before going forward. Spencer Memorial Pamphlet. Spencer Memorial Hospital, the heart of Raccoon City's healthcare, the forefront of science. Spencer Memorial Hospital was meticulously designed by the Spencer Foundation to serve as the backbone of medical care throughout the region. In addition to our state-of-the-art outpatient wing and spacious inpatient wing, we boast one of the country's largest research wings, where we conduct clinical trials for new drugs that will change the face of medicine across the United States and the world. See, Carlos should have cleared out most of this, but there's still some stuff that we can do with Jill. So, for example, Carlos wasn't able to open this, so let's see what's in here. Mag ammo. See, Carlos should have cleared out all the enemies, but I just have a feeling that they're not gonna make our trip back so easy. I knew it. See what I mean? Okay, this locker can also be lockpicked. You almost loaded up RE0 today, but your hand slipped. Oh, and you ended up playing more Palia. Hi, Huffletruffle. Yes, so Jill was cured. Jill was cured. Carlos was able to... Carlos was able to get the cure, and then he cured Jill in time, and then he left to go get more of the vaccine. Also, hi, Meryl. There's at least one or two more things that we can unlock specifically with Jill. There's the roof. So there's something in the staff room, and there's something in the linen room.
Oh, yeah.
Wavy Wave, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you for the 4 months. Mwah. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, so all them want to get up now. Oh, now you're awake. Oh, there's the locker I need. Jesus. All that for shotgun shells. I did all that for shotgun shells. Oh, look at the hunter. It's cool that like when you go through as Jill, like later, you can see all the monsters that Carlos downed. I wonder what Jill thinks about that. Like, is she looking around being like, Carlos did all this for me? Because she knows that it was Carlos that saved her. So it would be nice if Carlos got some recognition. There's something I'm missing. There's like something here in the courtyard, and I'm like, wait, there's something there too. How do I get to that part of the courtyard? I know you can get to it because I remember getting to that. I just don't remember. Hold on. Yeah, like see, there's a case like outside the courtyard. You can see there's like there's a case that can be unlocked. But I'm pretty sure you can only get that as Jill. The question is, how? I know, Maribel, the way, especially when they bite you from behind, it's really freaky. Cool, but freaky. I'm pretty sure it's something on the second floor, because remember when we were playing as Carlos, he looked at something and said, oh, there's no way I can crawl under there. Like, because he's so big, you know, he's so big and muscly. So I'm pretty sure there's something. There's got to be an area of the second floor that only Jill can crawl under.
I think I can squeeze by.
Oh, here we go. I think this is how you get the Magnum, maybe. Because we got Magnum ammo. Yes, this is how we get the Magnum, period.
Guaranteed to give you a headache.
Period. Did I just hear the sound of a helicopter? For like a split second, it sounded like I heard a helicopter. Okay, now we can go... Okay, now we can continue forward. Enjoy your lurk, Truffle. I think that's all we needed to get. The lockpick still doesn't have a check mark on it, which means that it's still usable. You end up holding on to the lockpick for like almost the entire game. Do not scare me like that. Oh my god. No, Carlos above RE8 Chris for me. Carlos definitely above Chris. For me. Though I wouldn't say no to RE8 Chris either. Let's see if this is the last thing I need to use the lockpick for. It is. So now that it has the trash can on it, it means I can officially discard it. I forget, well, if you don't know, Maz, in the remakes, in the RE remakes, all of the character models are based on real people. Like, they hire, like, real actors and actresses / models and, like, do, like, the facial rig to, like, put their face in the game. So, like, there is a real person who looks exactly like Carlos, because Carlos was based on a real person. The hair is not the same, but, like, the face... That face exists in real life. Same thing with this Jill, with Leon and Claire. All of them are like scans of real people. Yeah, unless your brother looks exactly like Carlos in this game, I'm not interested, Maz. And I really, really doubt many people look like Carlos in this game. Okay.
This must be the way underground.
So we're trying to make our way underground to get to the Umbrella facility. See? It sounded like a helicopter again there for a second, too. It is Defender, yeah. Why are none of them in my area? A giant... So there's a giant lift that can take trucks down underground. Yeah, Leon is also based on a model, and actually, interesting fact, the model of Leon is in hot water right now because apparently the real-life Leon model has been caught liking and like sharing and favoriting very like Zionistic things. So a lot of people are like, ew.
How is it no one in the hospital ever noticed all this?
Hi, Vaki. Well, I don't think it's that well, yeah, I mean, does Umbrella own the hospital, or do they just work with and fund the hospital? It's the same thing with like the police station. Umbrella didn't own the police station, yet the police station still had secret tunnels that led to the Umbrella labs. So it's like, they didn't really own the station, but they like funded them and worked secretly with them. Wait, where am I going? If I'm not mistaken, we're about to meet a new type of enemy that is not fun. We're about to meet a new enemy type. The last new enemy type, I think. Elevator notice to all employees, we've identified an issue with the electrical box where concurrent use of heavy machinery overloads it and causes the fuses to blow. If you encounter this problem and can't get the elevator running, please stay calm, gather fuses from the sub-generators situated around the warehouse, and use those to restore power from the main generator as quickly as possible. Like I said, it must be hell to work in Raccoon City. Nothing works properly. Everything involves puzzles. Dude, I have so much shotgun ammo. So timeline-wise, we are now after the events of Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 takes place during the time period where Jill gets infected and is unconscious. Now that we're cured and awake, the events of Resident Evil 2 have finished. So the first half of Resident Evil 3, then Resident Evil 2, then the second half of Resident Evil 3. So Leon and Claire are already out of Raccoon City at this point. Like, they've already escaped their nightmare, so to speak. Right, exactly, DX. They might not own the establishments, but certainly own people high enough in said establishments to move things around for them. They just have a lot of influence and a lot of money. And you know, that helps. That helps. Go figure. The nuke hasn't gone off yet, because the nuke doesn't happen in Resident Evil 2. So Resident Evil 2 ends with an explosion of the laboratory, which was like a self-destruct system. At the end of Resident Evil 3 is when the nuke hits Raccoon City. Because the ending of Resident Evil 3 takes place after Resident Evil 2. Oh, yep. This is the room I was thinking of. I think... It's Nikolai. So Nikolai is still alive. We're about to... Yeah, we're about to meet a new enemy type. I don't think so, Defender.
I must admit, I respect your tenacity. But I'm afraid our games end here.
You think this is over?
And of course it has to be dark. And of course it has to be dark. Oh! So this is the new enemy type. These are pale heads because, as you can see, they are very pale. And pale heads don't like to stay down. Let's say that. If I remember correctly, pale heads do not like to stay down. I also feel like this area, I don't know if I'm remembering correctly, but I feel like there are dogs in this area too. Which I hate, because you guys know how terrible my aim is. Oh! Oh! Did I not say it? Did I not? See, I told you. I told you. I have good memory. I wish I was wrong. No, that's an elevator. And this is an elevator too. Okay, maybe we have to go... Capcom always made their dogs Doberman until Dead Rising. Dead Rising is when they show us a zombie poodle. But that's not a Resident Evil game, obviously. But it is a Capcom zombie game. Oh, right. I can't go that way. Let me put this fuse here. I just watched the first Resident Evil movie last night, and both my Dobermans sat up at the scene with all of them. I hope they weren't offended when Mila Jovovich kicked them in the face. Oh, did the dead end area have a crawl space? Let me go back. Honestly, the first Resident Evil movie is fun. It's not a Resident Evil movie. Like, it's only Resident Evil in name, which tends to be all the Anderson films, but like I think the first and the second Resident Evil movies are fun. After that, they stop being so fun, I think. Oh my god, yeah, there's a place we can sidle through. Yeah, very camp. And you know, I said this at the beginning of the marathon, Resident Evil is actually a very campy series, but because a lot of the games we've played are the remake versions and not the original, you guys haven't really seen much of the campiness of the series, because the remakes take out a lot of the cheesy campiness. But I'm telling you guys this, after Resident Evil 3 Remake, we're going back and playing Code Veronica, which is the next in the series, but Code Veronica does not have a remake, so we're playing the original. Trust me when I say this, you guys might get whiplash when we play the next game. Because not only is the next game going to be visually the most retro, it's also going to be the campiest and the cheesiest. Because it's the first in our marathon that doesn't use like the new RE engine and isn't a remake. Oh. Jesus. I swear the Paleheads, I feel like I remember them getting up. Employee memo, September 12th, admitted to N2, male 45, female 32, discarded male 60 and female 89. Admitted to N2, male 55, 19, female 51, discarded female 76, returned female 8 uninfected. Okay, well that's kind of nice then. So, if you guys don't remember, this happened yesterday in yesterday's playthrough. We found a note from a nurse saying that after the Raccoon City, like after everyone started getting infected in Raccoon City, obviously a lot of people were coming to the hospital after getting bitten. There was a lot of chaos, and the nurse said that after people died, instead of bringing them to the morgue, the hospital was bringing them to the underground, and she didn't understand why. It's because they were doing experiments to find out more about the T-virus, and it seems like they did return a body that was uninfected. Maybe they returned the body so that one body could be brought to the morgue as normal, so at least they have some. I'm assuming these bodies are infected already, and they weren't like experimenting on normal people. Admitted to N2, males 25, 22, 15, females 16, 21, 29. Discarded 6 male specimens and 9 female specimens. Disposals trending upwards daily. Preemptively dispose of any over 30 years of age. Nightly transfer observed by nurse. Admissions to underground facility temporarily halted. Yep, that's the nurse that that we read the note from. She noticed that they were taking the bodies, which was Hi RTs. Yeah, OG RE4 is also very campy. Thank you for the head pat. I hope you're doing well today. It looks like, hold on. Let me go back out this way just to see. Because we can go across. Oh no, we can't go across this way. Ashley is RE4. So we'll be playing RE4. We're starting RE4 on front page day on the 18th. Oh! What the fuck? Oh! Oh my god! Oh no, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. I'm not Defender. I don't think it would have been good, and I also don't think it makes sense. I sort of like vaguely remembered that happening with like the doors blowing open like that, but I wasn't expecting to get down from behind like that. I mean, I like to get down from behind, but not like that. Oh, right, this is where the dogs are. There's two of them. Where's the other one? Ah! Where the f... Where did that come from? No, really, where did that come from? Ah! Were they in here? Dude, that was crazy. I don't know, like where. I don't know where it came from. That was a gag. So if I lower this one. Custom part for the shotgun allows for faster reload speeds. Dude, the shotgun keeps getting better and better. I need the I need the unlimited rocket launcher. I mean, I have it. I'm just not using it. But that might have been a moment to use it. For sure. Oh my god, yeah, it's so much faster now. Damn. Oh my god, Lissa, I had the same issue on day one. I haven't had the issue since, but on day one, I was like, where the where is it? It's supposed to be big. Where is it? But I think it's like, it blends in so much that it's so, yeah, it's very annoying. So best of luck trying to find it. All right, this time I'm not playing games. This time we're going in with explosive grenade launcher. Like, I'm not playing with these bitches. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Ryoki, good morning. Thank you for the resub. Enjoy the emotes, the ad viewing, and the page. Mwah. Come on, show me your big hole. Thank you. It's so cold. I'm not gonna lie. Is it crazy that I slept with my window open last night in January? How are you doing, Udon? I slept with my window open. Not like all the way open, but I left it open like this much. Because, like I said, yesterday I was feeling sick, and I was feeling really hot and like feverish. That's why I think I'm like legit sick, I think. Because today I don't feel it as much, but yesterday I was feeling really feverish. This area is so interesting because it's basically... They basically throw every enemy at you. Did you realize? Like, did you realize that? They like throw every enemy at you. They threw zombies, dogs, hunter gamma, whiteheads. Like, they threw every enemy. It was like a gauntlet of every enemy that we've seen in the game.
Right, here goes.
Oh. I can come back for that. If I want to. If I feel I need to. Am I misremembering the Paleheads? Because I swear the Paleheads used to get up. I remember them being like kind of scary. But in this playthrough, I feel like they haven't been that scary. I think they also just take a lot of... They can take a lot of damage, but maybe because I have these 2 coins and my shotgun is like fully upgraded, I'm just destroying them. That could also be it. If I remember correctly, yep. Yep. I remembered correctly. Hi, Jen. All right. Power's back on. Let's go get that asshole Nikolai. Getting ready for bed. Probably put this in the background. Fall asleep to Resident Evil. Love that. Oh, Nikolai's gone.
Shit, he got away.
Unfinished.
What is he doing in here?
Unfinished activity log. 926, 1300. Infiltrated Raccoon City. Disturbances are sporadic. Commencing mission. 1930. Observed 5 RPD officers engaging a pack 20 strong. Officers annihilated in 20 minutes. 927, 1200. Test run at university. Diverted pack, including canines, to campus. 64% infection and conversion in 2 hours. No survivors. 2300. Successful rendezvous with MV platoon. Will make first attempt at dawn. 928. 4:30. Diverted pack toward command post. Result: night skirmish in confined area with large number of combatants. Video attached. 8. End of skirmish. 7 survivors. Unknown bioweapon deployed at point D18. Tracking it per orders. It appears to be on the hunt. 2000. Got eyes on 2 stars. Male infected and female. Bioweapon is pursuing the female. So it seems like Nikolai, while part of the UBCS, was tracking everything that was happening. So Nikolai, his goal was not the same as everyone else in the UBCS. His goal was not to save anybody. His goal was to watch and manipulate scenarios in order to get the most evidence and the most records of like combat data. That was Nikolai's goal. And that's why he knew when the train scene happened, that's why he knew that Nemesis was only after Jill, because he had already been observing them. Female JV, Jill Valentine, has made contact with MV Platoon. Bioweapons appearance and behavior are consistent with Project N investigating. Observed bioweapon wielding conventional weapons. It seems to be strongly fixated on terminating JV and knows the city layout. Evidence it can be imprinted? Metamorphosis in the bioweapon triggered by a hostile encounter with JV. Video attached. JV has been infected and is non-responsive. Collected samples per orders. Over 17 hours have elapsed since JV's exposure to virus. Conversion has been slow, suggesting she may be resistant. Vaccine recovered and administered to JV by CO, a soldier in NV platoon. So that's Carlos Oliveira. Jill Valentine expected to be fit for combat approximately 20 hours post-exposure. It seems clear the bioweapon is Project N. Project Nemesis. Contact with JV causes it to change and evolve, will induce further encounters to obtain more precise data.
Jill,
Tyrell,
I got through. They're willing to negotiate. They'll call off the strike if, and this is one big-ass if, we can deliver the vaccine to them before they launch.
how long do we have?
Hours, maybe.
Then let's not waste one more second.
This way.
Hi, Whittle Chick. Yeah, I think I've seen pictures of it. Udon. Oh. Extended barrel for the Magnum. Hell yeah.
We'll find the vaccine up ahead.
Beep, beep, boop, 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 beep, beep. All right. Everybody knows the super famous and well-known Tyrell character, so I'm sure he's gonna be fine. He's a very important part of the Resident Evil lore.
Let's get this done.
I cannot wait for you guys to see how badass Tyrell, what's his last name, is.
Tyrell! Now! Keep going.
There's no way Tyrell, what's his name, could die. What?
No!
No way.
Shit!
Oh my god. He's got to be alive. He'll be back in the next game. If I remember correctly, he's in the next game. He's actually like a playable character in the next game, I think. So now we are officially in the Umbrella Labs. And it seems like even the labs were not safe. Yeah, like I hope we see Tyrell and RE9 when they revisit Raccoon City. I feel like that would be such a gag for a lot of the fan base. They'll be like, oh my god, Tyrell, that's crazy. Oh my god, I've been thinking about him. Nest 2 employee regulations. Attention, Nest 2. So if you guys don't remember, the labs in Resident Evil 2 those were called Nest. This is Nest 2. The objectives of this T-Virus research facility differ from those of Umbrella's main Nest facility. Here we focus on real-world use cases which arise as new bioweapons are created and introduced, such as the need for T-Virus vaccines and new weaponry capable of suppressing bioweapons. Some aspects of our work here can be dangerous, so it's imperative that all employees adhere to workplace regulations without fail. In particular, unauthorized entry by unapproved visitors or the removal of work-related data or materials will be met with severe disciplinary measures. It is a great honor to be part of the finest research organization in the world. Keep this in mind and stick to the rules as we forge new and revolutionary technologies. Wait, do I have any... No. You wouldn't be thinking about coming back and reanimating, right? Tyrell in Mercenaries when? Actually, I wonder if Tyrell is in Mercenaries. Does this game have a Mercenaries mode? I actually don't remember. I mean, I don't know if Tyrell is like... He's likable in that he's like a good guy, but I don't think he's likable in that he's interesting. Like, I don't think Tyrell's like an interesting character. Marvin is an interesting character. I don't know that Tyrell's an interesting character. Oh, Isaac Graves' diary. Wait, hold on. Let me snooze the ads. The pay was generous, the benefits were good. Most importantly, they promised me I'd be contributing to state-of-the-art medical tech research. For a university teacher stuck working in nowhere America, it was a golden opportunity like winning the lottery. So I went for it. I made the pitch to my family and we agreed to move here to Raccoon City. Well, hindsight is 2020 because this lab is a den of monsters who conduct cruel and barbaric experiments for the sole purpose of taking human life in the most sickening way possible. It's messed up. The world needs to know. But every time I work up enough courage to blow the whistle, I think of Penny and Casey and immediately chicken out. Umbrella owns this town. There was this guy they caught trying to smuggle out company secrets. They essentially fed him to one of the betas. Fed him. I saw the whole thing. I got my wife and daughter into this. I just need to do my job. Do as I'm told, for their sake, but let this be testament that I do have a conscience and that I've learned my lesson. Yeah, that's why you don't work for a company like Umbrella. Sorry to say. Oh my god, is he antivirus? Is Tyrell in survival unit? If you guys don't know, they released like a spin-off mobile game and it has like a lot of characters in it, like main and side characters. Is Tyrell really in survival unit? Because that's kind of funny. I mean, not funny. That's what he deserves because he's a very, very important character.
To begin vaccine synthesis, place the materials in the chamber.
I don't...
Synthesis? I have to make it myself? Alright, gotta figure this out.
Essay on vaccine synthesis. On the roles of antigens and adjuvants in vaccine synthesis, Dr. Nathaniel Bard, Chief Researcher, Spencer Memorial Hospital. To most efficiently synthesize a vaccine, both an antigen and an adjuvant are required. The antigen produces an immune response while the adjuvant increases the effects of such responses, leading to increased antibody production. By combining samples of these two ingredients, one can create a potent vaccine base. By processing this vaccine base with our proprietary equipment, a large batch of vaccine can be created with astonishing ease. What's more, my latest antigen and adjuvant, am I saying that correctly? Adjuvant? Adjuvant? Samples yields unprecedented rates of antibody production, producing more than 1,000 times the yield of traditional materials. This not only makes it an effective vaccine, but also a potential way to eliminate existing infections. Listen, I shoot anybody I see.
Override key successfully generated.
What have we here?
Override key removed.
Oh, well, that was easy. I got an override key. Oh, do you see those test tubes? There's a hot naked buff man in there. So I got the... Where do I use the override key? Hi, Creed. I am saying it right. Period. I'm smart. Alright, let's see. Was there a computer to use the override key? Do I use it here? Oh, there we go.
Override complete.
Hey, hey. I remember this room. I remember this room. And I know for a fact it's not just that zombie. Lady May, thank you for the 25 stream streak. Yep, there is a pale head in here. Shipping notice. Cargo, Nemesis, shipping route, CDG, JFK. It is crazy to me to think that Nemesis could have been shipped through JFK Airport. As someone who has used JFK Airport many times, that's crazy. Shipment date September 1st, 1998. Class 1 hazardous materials. Additional notes. All transit within the United States is to be made via helicopter. Take extreme care during takeoff and landing, as shock to the parcel may potentially lead to self-activation. We here at the European branch are excited to hear your thoughts and evaluation of this newest prototype and are pleased to offer this specimen to you for testing. It has been through numerous trials and possesses incredible destructive power, so please exercise extreme caution when using it. Lead developer, Dr. Herman Frankel. How are you going to be an evil... How are you going to be an evil scientist and your last name is Frankel? That's... He might as well just be called Urkel. Oh my god, where did you come from? Frank, I meant last name. And it's Frankel, not Frank. Frankel's embarrassing. Frank is fine. Let's see what's up here. I would say the Crimson Heads are scarier than the Pale Heads. I knew one of you was alive. I knew one of you... Well, not alive. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Weaponry authorization request. Dear Dr. Emerson, I would like to formally request that the weaponry normally reserved for the bioweapon synthesis team be made available for any employees interfacing with the admission and dismissal of test subjects. These test subjects do not present the same levels of danger as our bioweapon products, but I believe that this weaponry authorization is advisable as outlined below. Recently, some test subjects have developed a new mutation granting them very high regrowth abilities. Our teams refer to these specimens as pale heads. They have been appearing with regularity, but the specific cause has not yet been determined. The astonishing rate at which these pale heads regenerate makes it difficult to deliver a lethal blow with standard weaponry. If any sort of system failure were to occur within our facility, we would be woefully underprepared to defend ourselves. For this reason, I would like to request that high-powered weaponry capable of subduing the pale heads be issued to all of our employees working in shipping and processing. This will ensure that in the event of an emergency, we will be able to quickly eliminate the threat and evacuate safely. Thank you very much for your consideration. Shipping and Processing Manager, Gabrielle Reed. Or Gabrielle Reed. So... that's the thing with the pale heads. Because I'm shooting them with my upgraded shotgun, I'm able to keep them down. But if I were to shoot them with like a regular handgun, it wouldn't down them because they just keep regenerating.
Oh, an antigen sample. I'll definitely need this for the vaccine.
What is this? Is this just a dead-end door? Oh yeah, it is. So maybe I'm wrong in thinking that the paleheads get up over time, but maybe I'm not wrong. And that's what scares me. Do I have any other... I do not, so I can put that. They are back up. Either they're back up or that was a new one. Scientist dying message. It's happened. Our worst case scenario, the T-virus has somehow leaked. Under orders from Dr. Bard, I'm to manufacture mass quantities of the vaccine. I've prepared a culture of the T-virus antigen. Now I just need to combine it with an adjuvant to enhance its effects, and I should be able to produce enough vaccine to save all the surviving citizens. The adjuvant samples are stored in the incubation lab. Test subjects are already wandering the halls, but I'd better find a way to get some samples while this culture is maturing. If I don't make it back, please complete the synthesis process. Try to find a way to stop this outbreak. It's the least we can do after setting these horrifying events in motion. So at least some of the scientists feel guilty and responsible. I mean, obviously, they should feel guilty and responsible. But with evil people, you never know. Sometimes they'll deny it to the grave, you know? Oh my gosh, good luck, Maribella.
This must be what powers it.
First aid spray. Jill is strong. Oh God. Okay, so we have some tyrant experiments going on here. That kind of looks like Mr. X's face, doesn't it? Would, absolutely, absolutely would. Tyrants and hunters.
Jesus. Is this where they're made?
Oh my God, look at this one's snatched waist. Okay, skinny. Okay, skinny. Ozempic queen. This one's got a really thick neck. This one's got scoliosis, like me. I can relate. This one has oh my God. Okay, thigh gap. You know all the other tyrants are jealous. Look at that thigh gap. That's crazy. And then all the hunters look the same. I don't trust you. Oh.
Out of the way!
Wait, I hear a pale head. The pale heads make kind of unique noises. Yep, there it is. Girl, sit your ass down. Damn, I'm picking up a lot of stuff and have very little space in my pockets for it. Liquid-filled test tube. But I don't... You know what? I'll just get rid of this because this is only 2 shotgun ammo.
An adjuvant sample. These are combined with antigens to increase immune system response.
Expression of concern. Senior fellow Dr. Frankel. See, Dr. Frankel again. Please allow me to send my heartfelt congratulations to you and your colleagues at Umbrella Europe for completing Nemesis, a truly remarkable achievement in the field of bioweapons research. Introducing a parasitic organism into a tyrant's brain to gain external control of it? How can I not marvel at such a wild idea? However, from a medical perspective, I must emphatically state my disapproval of this shift away from established Umbrella policy. By turning to the use of parasites, you're setting a dangerous precedent. Viruses can be kept in check. I believe an effective vaccine can be developed for any virus on Earth, with abundant funding and a bounty of samples, of course. Can you say the same for parasites, however? Doctors have tried in vain to develop a vaccine for malaria. Parasites like Plasmodium are far more genetically complex than the T-virus, and to think they will submit to control is utter folly. Perhaps in your country, consumers are willing to buy automobiles with no brakes, but here in America, they know better. I don't think Umbrella America has any right to judge on what they know better of, you know? Then again, I recall you have a degree in economics, so no doubt you've already devised a brilliant marketing strategy to win over the naysayers. I look forward to your talk at the forum in Berlin next month. In the meantime, I shall be exploring medical solutions to this hubristic problem you've foisted on us. Sincerely, Nathaniel Bard. And of all people to be talking like this, it's Nathaniel Bard. We know Bard is an asshole.
It's called the Nemesis.
It's also interesting that we only find out that Nemesis is called Nemesis at this point in the game, like at the very end. We're not at the very end yet, but we're getting very close to the end. Yeah, you think I didn't... Girl, I know how you bitches work. I've played this game before. Is another pale head gonna rise from the grave again, or no? I'm good, Phoenix. How are you doing today? So these 2 items we're gonna get out of our pocket very shortly. Let me grab this, combine. And then I also have this that I can combine with this. This gives us a lot of you know me, I always gotta organize. See, now I need to remember where the mixing station was. Oh, I saw that they casted Rapunzel and Flynn. Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel makes 100% sense to me. So I kind of love that. So we...
Unauthorized materials detected.
Either I've got this wrong or I'm missing a step.
Unauthorized materials detected.
Really? Combine? Oh, I didn't realize I needed to combine them myself first. Got it.
Synthesizing vaccine.
Yes.
Synthesis complete. Please remove the vaccine canister.
Nice. I love the way it glows too. It's so cool. Oh my god, the way she's like stabbing near her own neck and face. Oof. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. Again? Yeah, shoot him with the handgun. Jill knows she can't use her better weapons because she gotta save them for the final boss fight. So even in the cutscene, she just uses a handgun. Keep going, keep going. Hi, Sunvale. Okay. Oh, not this. Right? Exhausted from just watching her. She goes through so much and somehow survives it all. Jill, no joke, like Jill is a badass. Like, it's crazy what she goes through. Oh! I did not mean to use that first aid spray. Not that it matters, because also I'm gonna save here. We haven't saved once this entire stream. Disposal center. Disposal Center Protocols. The facility is to be used for the dissolution and disposal of test subjects used in Nest 2 experiments. The potent solvents used will ensure that any biological matter within the vat, living or dead, is completely dissolved and ready for disposal. Please follow all safety protocols when using the disposal center. Always confirm that no employees are in the chamber before beginning the dissolution process. Always use the regulated amount of solvent regardless of the volume or mass being disposed of. If a test subject reacts violently, do not halt the disposal process. Leave the chamber filled for at least 12 hours, then check for complete dissolution before draining. That sounds safe. That sounds safe. Let's check it out.
What in God's name is this place?
Doesn't this look like a boss fight room? Raise your hand if you think this is going to be a boss fight. Ooh. Ooh. Ow.
Oh, what do we have here?
Nikolai, don't! The city needs that vaccine!
More than I do. I don't think the wisdom I've been trying
Oh,
to
he's
impart
such an
on you
asshole.
is getting through. Now I know you can't put a price on life. But I'm in this business to get paid. So let's make a deal. You go down there, battle the Nemesis, and I'll recall it all and sell the combat data. Put on a good show, and maybe I don't need the vaccine. Agreed? Good.
Not only does Jill survive all of this, but she doesn't break a single bone. Me? Oh, I would have been every bone in my body broken, for real.
Jill, is that you?
Carlos?
You're okay. Let me spot for you.
Good idea.
Oh. There's something to this, but I forget.
Watch it, you've got company.
Oh, right. I forgot that during this fight,
Behind tank one.
Tank 1
Number one.
got him.
Now, rip that fucker apart.
Oh! Oh my god, the way Nemesis just smacked the zombie off of me. Thank you for helping me. Jesus. Pop, 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 pop.
Saw him hide behind two.
Tank 2, tank 2.
Behind number two.
Got him.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Jill! Hold on!
Daddy, please save me.
Here comes some more!
Oh my god, we got him, I think.
Jill! Here comes a crane. Use it to climb up.
Come on. Come on.
Jill, stay back! Now get on!
Right, Persona?
I'm gonna melt this fucker into mush.
Yeah, melt him.
Okay, I'll meet you up ahead.
Nikolai, where did you go?
You want to know how you can know Nikolai was evil from the start? He's Russian.
I have to get that vaccine back.
This game was made back in the 90s, and if you guys don't remember how things went in Hollywood back in the 90s, like with like James Bond and like movies like that, bad guys were always Russian. Russian or French. That's just how it was back then. Yeah, Vampy. No, exactly. And that's why you were supposed to be distrustful of him too. That's why they made him also Russian. Because you were supposed to be distrustful of both of them. It was supposed to subvert your expectations a bit. It would be too cliche if both of them were. So it was kind of like a nice surprise to know that both of them weren't. But Nikolai, him being Russian, that was the first clue, I think. Weapon spec sheet. Project title, Ferromagnetic Infantry Use Next Generation Railgun. Chief Developer Nest 2 Lead Researcher Cornell Garner. Assisting Developer United States Army. Ammo caliber 60mm. Muzzle velocity 6,000. Suppression of new bioweapons in case of outbreak. Additional notes, extreme firepower provides the secondary benefit of completely obliterating the target, leaving no trace behind. User feedback, the thing is totally rad. Tyrants out of line, just give them the finger and problem solved. Packs the firepower we need, it would be even better if there was a way to control the output. Mobility may prove to be problematic in the field, perhaps its platform could be refined. It requires multiple power sources, may be difficult to secure in practice. Could you consolidate to a single power source? Some kind of epic weapon? Okay. So this... We definitely want to bring a lot of healing items for this. Because spoiler alert, that last fight was not the last fight. We have one more fight to go. And the last fight in Remake is, I don't know if hard is the right word, but if I remember it correctly, it's kind of an annoying fight. I did save recently, and there's also autosave, so we should be good. Huh. A big, open room. I wonder if this is where the last boss fight will be.
It's done. Give me the vaccine, you greedy son of a bitch.
No. You think money. I like money. We shall make ours an ongoing arrangement. Now drop the gun!
Ooh. Ew, he looks like a big, gross, like, larva.
Have you ever seen anything so incredible? The data on this would be worth millions. But, you know how it is. City's about to explode, and you can't put a price on life. Good luck!
Ugh, Nikolai.
Jill!
Go after Nikolai! He's got the vaccine!
What about you?
We're running out of time. I've got this.
I know you do.
Aww.
Look,
I love his comments like
you
that.
know, this is the last fucking time.
This isn't gonna work.
So we have to hit, if I remember correctly, we have to hit, like, he has weak points, I believe. Oh shit. Maybe we have to do a certain amount of damage before his weak points show. But so far, I'm not seeing any obvious weak points. And the batteries... Oh! Like, at what point do I have to see it from a different angle, maybe? Oh, shit. Oh, here we go. So we need this gun. We need this gun.
Cooldown in progress. Please reactivate power sources.
Damn, it needs power.
So we need to push the batteries in. And see now...
Felt that, did you? How about some more?
See now... Oh, shit. Okay. So we hit the weak spots, and then when it's down, we have to push the batteries in. Hold on. Not my battery being low on my controller.
Power sources remaining.
See, my controller needs a source of power as well. Okay.
One power source
Go
remaining.
ahead! I'm gonna put you right back on your ass.
I don't think Nemesis has an ass. Not to be literal or anything, but like, I don't think he has an ass. Did we get it?
All power sources activated. Powering
You think
up.
I don't know how to fuck you up?
Jill is so sassy. Hi, Mandor. Here we go.
Come on! Next time, take the fucking hit!
Ugh, not as strong as you want stars. I'll give you stars. Mono, thank you for the resub. Mwah. It's not as strong a finisher, I think, unfortunately. But she does have a lot of
Good
zingers in this
riddance.
game. Take back the vaccine. Also, I definitely do not need to pick up these items, but I'm going to anyway. Well, not the handgun ammo, but I'll take the health. Dude, look at how much we destroyed. I don't think Nemesis is coming back from this. And listen, even if he did, the city is going to get nuked. Could you imagine if Nemesis somehow showed up in Resident Evil 9? How crazy that would be. Suspicious contract memo. Contract overview. Received offer from client seeking to use Raccoon City Crisis to undermine and claim market share from Umbrella Corporation via a multi-pronged strategy. A. Sabotage Umbrella Corporation attempts to destroy evidence of outbreak to maximize culpability. B. Induce encounters between Umbrella Corporation bioweapons and security forces law enforcement and collect combat data to ascertain viability of tech. C. Report deployment of any new bioweapons, including Project Nemesis. See specifications. Remuneration. Wait, what? Isn't it remuneration? Remuneration? Why does that seem like... Is that a word? Or is that... Have I read that word wrong my whole life? I always thought it was remuneration, but it's remuneration. Okay, I'm dumb. Anyway. Remuneration exceeds current offer from Umbrella Corporation and takes top priority. However, the client has agreed to a grace period before using any of the deliverables so that the payment from Umbrella Corporation may also be collected. So there's another... See, this is where the Resident Evil franchise starts to branch out. In the beginning of Resident Evil, you think Umbrella Corporation is the only big bad corporation, but as the series goes on, Umbrella is just a footnote in the bigger picture. So this is now we're hearing references to another organization that's trying to sort of overtake Umbrella.
Can't let Nikolai get away
Doesn't this look familiar, guys? Doesn't this look familiar? This looks just like Resident Evil 2's Nest. But instead of East Wing and West Wing, it says 7, 6. So it's like a little bit different, but it's very similar.
I can still catch him.
Daddy.
You're not going to stop. Promised you this, didn't I?
No! Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh no, don't care. My client ordered me to reduce Umbrella to rubber.
10 minutes until missile
Ah.
impact.
The missile has launched. And that is my cue. Goodbye, Miss Valentine. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had the chance.
It's you! Shoot him!
I can't! I'll hit you!
Do it! You have to! There's no other way.
Carlos! No!
But I shot him.
Knew you couldn't pull the trigger.
I did pull the trigger though. I did pull the trigger though. Hello? Also, I find it really interesting that Nikolai, a man who is so evil and is so quick to pull the trigger on other people, like we literally saw Nikolai shoot someone in the head without even giving them a chance to talk, and yet all he did was incapacitate Carlos and didn't kill him immediately? That's really stupid.
Carlos!
Hey, I told you I couldn't leave you in a Carlos's world. That would just be too cruel. What about him?
Why'd you do it?
There's a price tag for everything. Even letting the world burn.
Who are you working for?
I'll tell
Nunya.
you, if you get me out of here, I'll pay you whatever you want. You're a fool. You're a fool! If I die, you'll never find out the truth.
I don't mind a little detective work.
Gag. Gag him. I love how not only does she leave him there, but she sits in the helicopter looking at him. She's like, I'm gonna enjoy watching you die, bitch. I'm gonna enjoy it. Her little smirk.
Jill, you alright?
There it is.
So there's no way Nikolai would have been able to get out.
It's finally over.
So Nikolai is definitely dead.
So long, RC.
I felt empty and cold as the heat from the blast washed over us. All this death wasn't caused by a monster-making virus. It was greed. Human greed. I decided then and there, the ashes of Raccoon City would be Umbrella's ashes too. I would end them, once and for all.
So interesting thing, for those of you who have never played the original, in the original, what's often considered the canon ending, Barry Burton from Resident Evil 1 is the one who rescues them in the helicopter. So Carlos isn't the one who flies the helicopter, Barry Burton is. The one, Barry Burton from Jill's story in Resident Evil 1. But in the remake, they don't show him. 2, in the original game, Nikolai can die different ways depending on choices that you make. Typically, he dies either at the hands of Nemesis, or there's an option to shoot him down in a helicopter. So like he's in a helicopter and he's like about to get away, and then Jill shoots his helicopter down and he dies in the explosion. But in the original game, you see Nikolai die. So there's like confirmation that he's dead. But in the remake, they kind of leave it ambiguous, but it's not really that ambiguous because he was injured. Like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes before the nuke was gonna hit, he was left injured with no way of escaping, stuck in the Umbrella lab, so there's no way he survived. So he's definitely dead. Now, before we finish today's stream, now that you guys, because spoiler alert, this is the last game that takes place in Raccoon City. However, that was the case until Resident Evil 9 was announced. So in February, when the new game comes out, we are going to be going back to Raccoon City for the first time since Resident Evil 3. We are going to be going back to Raccoon City over 20 years after it was nuked. That's why everyone is so excited for the new Resident Evil game, because it's taking us back to Resident Evil roots. Would you guys, now that you understand the story, would you guys like to see the trailer for Resident Evil 9? After this? For those of you who haven't seen the trailer. Because now you can actually feel hype for it, now that you understand it. Oh my god, I died 5 times. I'm a flop. All right, let me pull up the trailer. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. And the graphics. And the fun thing about Resident Evil 9, you can play it in first or third person mode depending on what you like.
Hello?
It hasn't been easy. But after much effort, here we finally are.
Who are you?
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Talk to me. Is this one like the others? And It's not post-mortem lividity. Hey, I just got a report of a missing police officer. It might be unrelated, but he disappeared near where the 5th body was found.
Through you, Elpis can finally be
Elpis.
set free.
The team has settled on a person of interest. Someone with ties to Umbrella. Victor Gideon.
Grace! Grace!
Victor purchased a building after Umbrella went under. I'll send you the address.
So part of the game takes place in like a creepy hotel, which is so cool.
Dr. Gideon has been expecting you.
Oh my god, look who it is, chat. Look who it is. Leon S. Kennedy.
Yeah.
Hey, over here. FBI, what are you doing here?
Would you like to see what's hidden under the hood?
Don't do anything stupid.
Me? Never.
So look at that. Wait. This is Raccoon City. This is Raccoon City. So clearly some of the game, like clearly not all of the game takes place in Raccoon City. Because, you know, we see that there's like life happening and there's police cars and, you know, these incidents are happening. So like there are definitely parts of the game that are not going to be taking place in Raccoon City. But from what we've seen from all the different trailers, they will be going back to Raccoon City. And there's also a bunch of like new mysteries because Gideon is a brand new character. We've never seen him in another game before. They also mentioned Elpis and like releasing Elpis. And for some reason needing Grace, the main character, in order to do that. What that means, what that is, we don't know. There's a lot of mystery there. And if you guys don't know, the blonde girl, Grace, who you play as, she is the daughter of Alyssa, who is a character from the Outbreak games. So there's 2 games for the PS2, Resident Evil Outbreak 1 and 2, which are kind of like side games, but it takes place, both of those games take place during the events of Resident Evil 2 and 3. So it takes place during the initial outbreak in Raccoon City, and you play as a bunch of like people who live in Raccoon City. So you can play as like, there's like a waitress and like a college student and a plumber and a reporter and a security guard and a policeman. And it was actually, it sounds crazy because you guys, if you're young, you may not know this, but it was an online game. The PS2 had online capability. There weren't many games that used the online functionality of the PS2, but Outbreak did. And it was an online game where you can play with other people. So it was a multiplayer Resident Evil game where you can choose from different characters and play through the game with other people. Back on PS2. How crazy is that? And a lot of people, because of, you know, back then, not a lot of people had the online adapter for the PS2. So a lot of people didn't play Outbreak. So it's always been considered very niche, almost like a side story. But now, because Grace, the daughter of one of the characters, one of the playable characters from Outbreak, is now a main character in Resident Evil 9, a main series game, it's confirmed that the events of Outbreak are canon. Despite it being like a side game, it's now confirmed. I mean, we did have confirmation because Alyssa was also mentioned in a note in Resident Evil 7, but Alyssa herself and her daughter Grace are both going to appear in Resident Evil 9. So people are hoping that if Resident Evil 9 does well, that they will remake Outbreak. Because now that Outbreak is officially tied into the main series, people are hoping that they'll remake Outbreak. Because imagine a game like Outbreak being released now with internet that's actually good. Imagine playing through the events of Raccoon City with friends. How cool that would be. I cross my fingers every day that Outbreak will be remade. I don't think they will, because I think they're going to focus on remaking the main series games. There's rumors that right now they're working on remaking Code Veronica, so I feel like they're going to focus on that. But it's interesting that they're tying in Outbreak so much and then like not remaking it. But we'll just have to cross our fingers there. But I'm so excited, and now that you guys, I mean, we're not done with our Resident Evil marathon, but like I said, starting from the next game, which is Code Veronica, which we're going to be playing next week, Code Veronica onwards, we never see Raccoon City again, and we won't until the end of February. But like the Resident Evil canon moves away from Raccoon City and eventually moves away entirely from the Umbrella Corporation. So trust me when I say you guys are in for a wild ride, because the Resident Evil games, Capcom takes the story into very weird and extreme, oftentimes fantastical, very, very fictional scenarios, you know? So I cannot wait. If you guys are watching on YouTube, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Please be sure to subscribe, like, comment. It helps a lot. Check out my socials in the description box below. Come check us out on Twitch. Hang out with us live as we play these games, play the rest of the marathon and future horror games after that. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.